Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Christoph Chu from beautiful Beverly Hills, California. And today I want to talk nothing about real estate, but I want to talk about fake profiles on the internet. Major problem internationally for many people. And I wanted to kind of talk today a little bit about that and help share some advice and ideas of how to protect your own identity, how to make sure you can get down these fake profiles if you come across them, and share all about that. So all of you know I'm Christoph Chu from Beverly Hills, and I've been selling real estate for 29 years. But I've been very heavily involved in the world of social media now for about 11 years. It was back about 11 years ago at a conference with Tom Ferry and Gary Vaynerchuk that they told me to go on social media, and I did. And I've enjoyed it. There's been a lot of wonderful benefits from being on social media, so it's been really great. But there's also some downsides. So, interesting statistic. Hey, Jeremy, how are you? Hey, everyone. Tell me where you're checking in from today. I love seeing people. I see Turkey in the house. I see New York in the house, Europe. So anyways, this is an international problem. And with fake profiles, what I can tell you is this. On Facebook alone, there are more fake profiles than the population of the United States. So this is as of 2 years ago, there were over 320 million fake profiles on Facebook. Now, there are 2.1 billion users on Facebook, which is incredible. So over 10% of the users on Facebook are actually fake profiles. And I know this absolutely firsthand because I have been tracking this now for about 4 years since I started discovering this issue. And I have on record, and I save every record, I've had at least 550, 560 fake profiles created of me just on Facebook alone in the last 4 or 5 years. It's quite a distressing problem. It's a problem from a couple of perspectives. Number one, I'm very particular about controlling my brand and making sure my brand is me and the right imagery and the right words and the right information. And yeah, Jeremy, I know I am one of the ones that gets more. Have any of you ever had a fake profile that you've discovered of yourself? If you have, give me a like or hello, make a comment, because I'd really love to know how many of you have experienced fake profiles. I think how it started happening for me is I didn't just discover it on my own. I started getting lots of private messages 4 or 5 years ago. Is this you? Is this you? And it'll be a profile under different names, but all of my photos. So I was like, what is this? What is this? So I started doing research, and I started, first of all, looking at a lot of these fake profiles, a couple of things. A small percentage of them use my name. A bigger percentage of them use variations of my name. So instead of Christoph Chu, they'll do Christopher Chu. Christ Chu is a big one. Chris Chu. Different kinds of variations of Chu, or Christoph Chu. So that's number one. Number two, then they change the name to Chris C.H.U. You know, so there's a lot of variations of your name, and we've actually had to hire someone the last 4 years where every day they spend an hour or two searching Facebook and other social media platforms for a list of particular names. Many of you have been helpful to me over the years in removing these fake profiles. For example, there's a very infamous one named Austin Lizin, Austin Lizin. That particular person or group has made, I think, about 300 profiles of me under the Austin Lizin name. And then variations, Austin Lizinow, Lizin Aquino. I mean, I have literally a list of maybe 35, 40 different fake names that they use. So number one, the people I hire every day search on Facebook under a different account, not my account, because a lot of these fakes will block you. They'll create a fake account of you, whether it's your name or an assumed name or whatever, but you're blocked, so you can't even find these fake profiles. It's really a terrible scam. And the whole point of this conversation is I don't say I know for a fact, but actually I do know in several cases I've seen police reports, FBI reports, Interpol reports about these fake profiles. And basically what these fakers are doing, at least in my case, is they're creating fake profiles under different names. They're using all of my photos, and they're basically scamming innocent women. Typically, my target are women in the 30 to 55-year range, and they friend them on social media. Then they move them to WeChat or WhatsApp or texting. They start texting. For whatever reason, these women fall in love with this assumed fake profile, and they start a relationship online. And they give them money. I mean, in the last 3 weeks, there's a lady and her family that contacted me from the East Coast. that basically was apparently scammed out of over $150,000. Another lady a week ago told me about I think 60,000 she was scammed. So I've heard maybe 14 different stories in the last 5 years of women that were scammed anywhere from a couple $1,000s up to over $150,000 from these fake profilers. So the point of this conversation is you need to be diligent searching your name on all platforms, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Primarily it's Facebook. Instagram as well, but the Instagram ones are a little bit more difficult to get taken down. And with mine on Facebook, yeah, I know, Mike, $150,000 for a fake profile. And so first of all, I feel really badly for these people that are cheated and scammed. Number two, I want to protect my own reputation and online. But every day in our search, I'm getting maybe 3 to 5 a day. So once in a while, there's none in that day, but it's continuous. And then aside from that, it all started because people started sending me these private messages saying, is this you? And I keep saying, that's my pictures, but that's not me. And that's how I first started discovering it. So in today's world, because I'm pretty well known, I'm pretty out there in social media, people find these fake profiles, or they get friend requests from these fake profiles, and they may have seen me or know me, and they're like, that's not Christoph Chu. And they contact me and send me the profile, and we report them, and we get them taken down. So we have to report them either as pretending to be me, we have to report them sometimes as a fake. There's different ways of reporting. For example, the Austin Lizen this week, one of the Austin Lizens that came up, I reported it numerous times. Several friends reported it as a pretending to be me. And Facebook sends you that automatic reply that it doesn't go against community standards, which is ridiculous. Because it was a Austin Lizen profile, and there was another one, Chris Chu, which is basically a smaller version of my name. They said it didn't go against community standards, that it was using my name or a version of my name and then my photos. Anyways, after putting it on Facebook and reporting and having many, many friends report it, it went down. So I've managed to get down every single fake profile on Facebook that's ever come out of me. Most of them, because I'm a verified profile with that little blue check by my name, usually they come down instantly or very quickly, but 1 out of 15 or 20 don't come down right away. I don't know how Facebook actually judges or decides how to take these down or not. But the ones that don't, I then have to go to my Facebook page and ask all of my friends to report it. And typically, once there's been 25 or 30 or 40 reports of that fake profile, it may take 24 or 48 hours, but typically they are down. So again, 10% more or more of the Facebook profiles are fake. So advice number one, search your name every day. Search variations of your name every day and see what you come up with. So again, anybody who's been joining the video chat here, if anyone has any information or have you had fake profiles, let me know. And whenever I get a friend request and it's a friend's photo, or even maybe every year I'll see 2 or 3 friend requests that come through that are friends, their name and their photo, and I know I'm friends with them, and I'll send them the private message saying, hey, is this your profile? Most of them are fake, and they weren't even aware of it. So if you ever get a friend request from a friend that you're already friends with, check it out. And if you think it's something fishy, email that profile to your friend and tell them about it, because maybe it is a fake. Another interesting thing about discovering, what I've discovered about these Facebook fakes, at least from our research, most of these are coming from Africa. And how do I know this? When you have a profile, you're on Facebook, okay, and you're on your browser. And when you're on profile, there's always a URL, meaning at the top of the search bar, not on Facebook, but on your URL itself for the computer, it shows http facebook.com/Christoph Chu. So anyways, if you search that, maybe 30% of the time, the user's real name will appear on the URL, meaning the person who actually created that profile, even though it's a fake profile, different name on Facebook itself. I know it sounds a little bit confusing, and I don't know how yet to share a screen on a live video, so I can't really show you. But they're primarily out of Africa, and what I discovered a few weeks ago after discovering about the names, I researched several names, and they were very specific African names, and when I researched those names, they were from Nigeria, Laos, those kinds of country in Africa, and most of them were very young kids, meaning young boys between 12 and 17 years old. So my theory is somewhere in Africa, there are people that have money that set up these computer internet places where they allow, I'm guessing, kids to have free internet access. maybe they pay them money, and that these kids create fake profiles and they start doing these games and start friending people and scam money out of these people, and I guess the person who runs the company is getting a portion and giving them, a small fee. That's just a theory that I have, but I'm pretty insightful and instinctive about that. So, so that's something important to check it out. So check out your name. Whenever I get friend requests, so my Facebook is full, but I always leave 2 empty spots so I can get real friend requests and I can delete people that really aren't my friends and add them onto my Facebook. Because, I'm still at the 5,000 limit for whatever reason. But when I get these profile requests, now having followed this now for 5-6 years, I look at the profile. I usually just we send them the request that says, we're full. But when I look at the profile, I can immediately spot a fake profile. Fake profiles, you can tell usually, the photo just doesn't look right. A lot of these fake profiles pretend to be in the oil business, the natural gas business, or in the military. A lot of fake military profiles. I don't know why, but they think that's a good way to scam people. So when you look at the profile, if it's relatively new, there's only a couple of photos posted, it's probably a fake profile. So when I get that request, I don't reply. I just put the report, fake, and I would say 90% of those new requests that I think are fake, within an hour, they're gone. And here's another thing about the fake profiles. The longer the fake profile has been on Facebook, the more friends that profile has accumulated, the harder it is to get taken down. So again, I have been able to get them all down, at least the ones I've been aware of, but having done this for a long time, the more friends they have, the harder it is. The longer they've been on Facebook, the harder it is to get them down. So I think part of our job on social media, if you get those friend requests, just take 5 seconds, click the profile, take a look, and if you think it's a fake, report it. Facebook will make that decision, but at least report it. Because if we can get this down from 10% to 5% by everybody doing this, it's going to really help people. And number one, nothing, and with all our police reports and FBI reports, the bottom line is, unless you are personally the one that's been scammed, and I have not been scammed, but many people have been scammed using my pictures, sending other fake people money, the FBI and police really can't do anything. They have all the reports, but they can't do anything. Only the person who is scammed or the person who has lost money can file a formal report, and they will actually take action and pursue that fake profile. And it's a serious, serious thing. One of the ones last week we did report to the FBI because it was a major, capital offense, a major loss through international, whatever you call it. So anyways, I think it's important we be diligent about checking out our name and then reporting it when you can. And I know for a fact, aside from all these fake profiles, because I've had 7 different people that have been cheated that actually sent me copies of fake passports. I am not kidding you. Some using variations of my name, and I could tell immediately from the photo it was a fake passport. But these scammers are so bad, they're actually somehow making fake passports. And I luckily have kept copies of all of these fake passports. The FBI has that. And yes, Jeremy, this is actually me. And just so you know it's me, if there's a little blue check by my name, when you see me talking, that's me. That means I'm a verified profile. But anyways, yes, so Jeremy, it is me. So again, my advice to all you, my friends, check out your name, do it diligently. Maybe, as far as I know, I'm the most faked profile person around, and I wish the media, someone in the media on TV or news would watch this, and let's do some interviews on television. I don't know why, with 10% of the profiles on social media being fake, why there's never any news stories about this, and why nobody else on Facebook ever talks about this. I mean, I seem to be the only one, or very rarely, maybe twice a year, do I have friends posting these fake profiles and asking for help, but I don't understand why maybe Facebook doesn't want people to know about it, and who knows, they may start hiding this video because they don't want this information out there. But I need someone in the media who's got a big push to do some interviews with me, and interviews with these people that were scammed, if they're willing, to talk about this major issue, because it's one thing to protect your profile, it's another thing. I mean, one of the ladies I spoke to a few weeks ago, a widower, and she lost $150,000. I mean, it's just, I felt so bad for this woman. And every time, whether it's $1,000 or $500, I don't care. Money is money, and these women, anyone works hard for their money, and they shouldn't lose money to these scammers. And I also don't understand why people send money to people they've never met in person. That's beyond my scope of understanding, but it is the reality. Also, unfortunately, aside from all the social media, I've been on a lot of dating sites. Not me personally. I've never been on a dating site, but I have friends. One of my friends, I won't mention who was on a dating site, has found me on Tinder 4 or 5 times. One of these fakes that was cheating someone a few weeks ago, she found me on, get this, seniordating.com. Okay? Now, I'm not 50 years old yet. I will be this year. But I'm on bloody seniordating.com or senior whatever it is.com. Tinder, seniordating.com. There have been a few others. And we've contacted those dating sites as well. It's a little tougher to get them off the dating sites. I think they feel if the person's paying, they don't care. You know, they want the money. So it's just a major problem. And again, if any of you are connected to anyone in the media or connected to anyone at Facebook, send this video. All of you should share. Please do me a favor. Share this video on your profile. Let everyone know about this problem. Every single person on Facebook, I don't care who you are, if you have 5 friends, 5,000 friends, whatever, you need to be aware of this issue. And you need to check your name maybe once a week. You don't have to do it every day like we do or several times a day, but check your name. Is there a Tinder for seniors, Shantae? Oh, God, I didn't know that. But I think it was seniordating.com or it was something, definitely a senior site. And she sent me the screenshot of the profile, and I thought, oh, great. Oh, and he said I was 53 years old. I'm not even 50 yet. Anyways, so it's just, anyways, so please share this. Get the word out there. Hopefully someone in the media, and I haven't had a chance to contact the media, and I was actually reluctant to do a lot of this talking publicly about this particular issue, but I don't want people to get scammed. Innocent people are being hurt emotionally. People are being hurt financially by this issue, and I don't think it's going to get any better. But perhaps we can all start doing something. Mark Zuckerberg, you know, I tag Mark Zuckerberg, I tag Facebook security, I've tagged Facebook. You can do that on many of these posts about the fakes, and they don't do a single thing. All they do is say, most of the time, like I said, they send me the link, oh, it doesn't go against our community guidelines, so we're keeping the profile up. So that just, and it's so annoying. How can someone using my photo and my name not go against community standards? I mean, but what was interesting, about 2 years ago, for about a 2-week period, I would get a pop-up saying, a new user has created a profile with this photo, and it would be my photo. And I would look at it, and it would be a fake, and I would report it. So we all know that Facebook has facial recognition technology. And I know for a fact, for about 2 weeks, several years ago, maybe 3 times a week or 4 times a week for that 2-week period, I would get a little pop-up notification. A new user has created a profile photo. This is your photo, and I would report it. I didn't save those screenshots. I should have saved it, and I reported it. So I don't understand how Facebook, with 2.1 billion users, and many of us paying lots of money for ads and marketing, and but Facebook still doesn't do anything. Because I know they have this technology because they had it 2-3 years ago, and yet today they're not doing anything about it. So Mark Zuckerberg, if you're listening, Facebook, if you're listening, contact me privately. I've tried many times to get in touch with people in your office, emails, nobody cares or gets back or does anything. So, yeah, pruning of the list, Jeremy, that's not going to help the situation. I'm just telling you. You know, my profile is public on Facebook, and people also, the people who get scammed say, well, how did I get all your photos? Well, once you put a photo online, it's public domain. Anyone can steal those. And I've started putting copyrights on some of my photos, but that doesn't change either, because even if you have a copyright on your photo, unless you get a lawyer and take a lawsuit, you know, you can't get that stuff down. So anyways, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, if you're listening, please contact me. Let's figure out a way, or put me on your beta testing again for that facial recognition software that if people are creating a fake profile and it pops up with my name, I'll be notified about it. And one of the ways because I always ask these people when they contact me and they've been scammed, how did you find out about me? And luckily, the people that are smart enough, and again, there's probably just as many fakes out there that I'm not aware of, but the people that are smart enough, what they do is they take the photo from the profile, they do a reverse Google image search, and that's how they find the real me. And sometimes, even last week, I had to try to convince this lady, look, that's not me. I don't know you. I haven't been talking to you. She didn't believe me. I said, just Google Christoph Chu. I'm talking to you from my verified account with the check. So Google my name, look at my checked account and see that I'm real and that person is not. But sometimes it's hard for these people to even deal with the fact that they've been scammed. I'm sure they feel ashamed, embarrassed. Look, I understand that. So anyways, that's my little ranting and raving about Facebook fakes. I'm going to do more about this on other platforms as well to talk about it because, again, it's a major issue. So when you're done now, get off this, share it with all your friends, and search your name, and post and comment. If you find a fake profile of yourself, I'd love to know about it. Love to hear some of your stories if you have some. If you like this video, like it, share it. Let's get the word out on social media and help take down more of these fake profiles. It is horrible, Anita, for everyone. And thank you for watching, and I know you've helped me many times getting these fakes removed. Luckily today there were none. I was so happy I couldn't find one this morning, so that's good news today. Tomorrow's a new day. Anyways, talk to you soon, everyone. Thank you so much, and thanks, Karitha, for sharing. Thanks again, Anita, and go check your names and let me know what you find. Thanks.